I'm lost. Okay, so I just went back to my hotel for about an hour to just honestly lay down, charge my devices, and my clothes were kind of wet from the rain, so just kind of hung them up for a minute. The hair is now up because of the rain. I don't think it's raining anymore, I hope not, but we're going back out to a pub. It's recommended to me, so we'll see how that goes, but back to Galway. We're in Galway. Back to Galway. Hey guys, so it is the next morning. I never signed off last night, and that's because at that first pub I went to around 4 p.m. I met these two guys who were just very chatty and very nice, and we started talking about the differences between Ireland and America. And I just had so many questions for them about like what things are like for them, and you know, how certain things work and what are their perspectives and viewpoints. And it ended up being like a 7-hour night. They were doing their own little pub crawl, just the two of them, so they were like, you can come with us if you want, and I was like, okay. So I went with them to 4 more pubs where we just sat and continued talking, and they refused to let me pay them. They said I was on holiday and that I was not allowed to pay, so such Irish gentlemen. But it was really fun, and just got to like really experience Galway and learn more about the people here and the culture. And it's currently raining, as you can see. I'm heading off to Dublin in about an hour. Want to get one last walk in Galway before then. But I'm excited to go to Dublin, and I will keep you guys updated then. Okay, so I'm in Dublin. I made it. First impressions, it sucks. But I think that's because I got here when it was pouring rain, and I was just very overwhelmed. The umbrella I had is like kind of broken, so yeah, I was walking for like 15 minutes in the rain to the hotel, and then I got to the hotel and they were like, it's not gonna be ready for an hour. So I just left them my stuff, went and got a crepe, and then came back, made friends with this girl who was also at the crepe place, who's been living here, and she kind of told me the lowdown, which was nice. But it is so overwhelming here when it's raining, and it's not just like a little bit raining, it's like a lot of it raining. I do not have like rain clothes. Like, this is like my long sleeve shirt plus my black denim jacket, the only jacket I brought, and I don't want to spend money on another jacket when I'm going back to Arizona. So I'm gonna power through. I did buy a new umbrella, so hopefully that helps, and I think it's supposed to start dying down soon, so I'm gonna walk over to Temple Bar area and hope that it doesn't start pouring rain again. I've decided the hair will be just staying like this for the remainder of the Irish time, because there's no point in doing it when it's raining. So yeah, I'm not sure what kind of night I'll be having tonight, but I'm gonna go try to explore and have fun, even though it's a little groggy out. So yeah, check back in soon. All right, we're here at the Dublin Castle, another rainy day here in Dublin. It's only €8 though to get inside of this. Took me about 30 minutes, but I'm not big on listening to the audiobook, so it'll probably take you longer. But it's a good way to just kind of get out of the rain, because I'm not a fan of that, as we all know. But it was cool. There were some cool rooms. I think if I had to rate it based on other castles, it would be lower. But I've seen some pretty cool castles and palaces, so it is very cool though if you like history. Definitely one of the more historical places here. So my umbrella sucks, and it keeps going in on itself like every 2 minutes because it's windy. Only €5, so I guess you get what you pay for. Fun fact though, last night actually got much better. Went to Temple Bar and met these Australian guys. Do you see this? Who were very nice, and we hung out all night. Kept buying me stuff, so we love that.
I did offer to pay, but they were like, nah. And yeah, night got a lot more fun. Definitely a great place to interact with people. It's very touristy, but people are super nice and friendly there, so I actually had a great night. Do you see what I'm dealing with here? It's like Mary Poppins up in this hoe. What the hell? Can you see this? Alright, castle was cool. We are now making our way with our messed up umbrella to the Brazen Head, which is the oldest pub for sure in Ireland, I think maybe the world. I don't know, gotta do some research, but I'm really hoping the rain stops again soon, so let's get it. Right, I'm in front of Brazen Head. See my life? I really can't. It was very cute, but I'm going back to Temple now because it's warmer and it's raining. Alright, so I made it to the Trinity College here in Dublin, which is their main university. It stopped raining a little bit, so gotta use my time wisely. I think it's kind of funny though that people take these tours and are paying money to get into the library because it's just a college campus. It reminds me of the University of Washington up in Seattle, if you've ever been there, which is another beautiful campus, but I'm not saying it's not beautiful, I'm just saying I think it's funny that it's like one of the biggest tourist attractions here in Dublin. It's a school. Maybe other cultures just aren't used to seeing universities, but I'm seeing quite a lot. The college though is supposed to be, or the college library is supposed to be pretty epic. Sadly they're like restoring the books in it, so it's like an empty library right now with no books, and they're still charging people, so I will not be going in there. If you're in Dublin and you have the time, I'd say come here because it is pretty, and hopefully when you're here the library's here. But yeah, I'm not like awestruck or anything because I've seen a lot of college campuses, but it is pretty. I mean, look at this little like ivy patch we got going, so we'd love to see that. It's funny how unfazed I am now by this weather. I'm just like, hit me, like Natasha Bedingfield said, let the rain hit your skin or whatever. Just a college. It's just a college. I overheard a tour guide being like, yeah, so we use the theater for graduation ceremonies. Like, no kidding. No kidding. Could have looked that up myself. Like, every college uses a theater of some kind for a graduation ceremony. I just think it's funny. That's all. So I'm near Grafton Street, and there's this thing called Anne's Lane, which I'm seeing right now is really just a small lane of, looks like bars, but the cool thing about it is it has these umbrellas, which is kind of cool. I feel like they kind of have these everywhere, but I've never seen one, so I wanted to see it. Yeah, I walked all this way to see these umbrellas, so that's exciting. Alright, so I'm in the iconic Temple Bar area. I was actually here just last night after I was complaining about Dublin being terrible because of the rain, but I came here, sat at the bar, and met these Aussies who were very fun, and they were like, you want to come to dinner with us and hang out? And just hung out. It was like 4 Australian men for like 6 hours. we got dinner, we came back to Temple Bar, and just we're vibing, having a good time. So I'm gonna go back in there one last time before I leave tomorrow back to the States. But this is the whole area. It is very touristy, very, very touristy, but that's kind of what makes it fun, is that when you're in there, everyone's very friendly, and it's pretty much no locals besides, you know, the workers. So everyone's super fun. Like, I met these tall Northern Ireland lads who were on like a bachelor party, and everyone's super friendly. You can walk up to literally anyone and just start a conversation. So I'm curious to see who I'll meet tonight, since I am by myself. But yeah, as you can see, there's people everywhere, and just be aware that it is one of the most touristy bars. That's because it's famous, and if you're wanting to come here, it's going to be packed inside. Try to get some clips inside as well, but it's a fun time. So let's head back inside. I am back in my hotel room. It was another turn of events type of day. After I took those videos at Temple Bar, I ran into these girls who asked me to take a photo of them in front of Temple Bar, and then I was like, can you take one of me too? And then they were like, oh, where are you from? And then we just got to talking, and just like last night, I ended up hanging out with them for a few hours. They were British, they were from England, my age, 3 of them. They were so nice and welcoming. They were like, are you by yourself? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, if you want to hang out with us, you can. And I was like, that's so nice. I feel like with girls, it can either be very like cliquey and exclusive, but they were the most friendliest people, and just asking me questions about the States, and you know, me asking them questions, and they were so fun. So I think a big lesson I learned is that even though I did come to Ireland by myself every single night that I was here, I made friends with people, or you know, talked to people. So I was really only alone during like the daytime while I was doing like the touristy stuff. And then once nighttime rolled around, I was finding people. So I feel a lot more confident now knowing that, you know, things, if you have an open mind and you're, you know, willing to talk and kind of go out of your comfort zone. A lot of the time it was me, you know, asking people, but these girls came up to me. So that was actually a nice surprise. But I'm currently on the phone with Aer Lingus because I'm having issues checking into my flight tomorrow, so hopefully that gets resolved. But overall, Dublin was a success. I'm very glad I came here. I'm not sure if I would come back just because I think I did pretty much see everything there is to see. It'd be cool to go to like some of the other towns in Ireland, but the weather really hit hard for me. I think if I knew for a fact it was gonna be like not raining, I would come back, but the rain really hit hard. And it's like, it's just rain, but like it really takes a toll, and it's really hard to like look around at all the scenery and all the buildings when like you're being pelted in the face by rain. And even though I bought an umbrella, it would like you saw, it would like flip, and with an umbrella, like you can't really look up because there's an umbrella. So luckily it cleared up a little bit each day, but like I got very wet, and I was just walking home pretty much in the rain. But overall, I'm very glad I came to Ireland and Dublin, if anything, just for the fact that I got to meet and talk to so many amazing, friendly people. And that's something I probably wouldn't have done if I had been with my family or my own friends. We probably would have talked to some people, but not to the level that I did, where I like really got to know them and like feel like I was friends with them. So that's a success. I am gonna figure out this flight and then power down for the night. So it's been a blast, and I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'm curious how it'll come together, and hopefully you'll like it. So thanks for following along, and hopefully I can get on this flight tomorrow. Okay, peace.